Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Keough. Always give a shout out to Springfield. What up, Springfield? Born and raised, Springfield, Massachusetts. And I always say my surrender is never. The name of my first book, My Surrender is Never. Many more books to come. It's in the making as we speak. At least two more is in the making, and then I'm gonna make some more. But check it, man. You can find that on lulu.com, lulu.com. Keough Collins, Keughcollins. Check it out, though. Today we're going to talk about slavery, man. I know my videos, I just started with this, but my videos can tend to get a little lengthy, man, because I try to exhaust a topic, you know what I'm saying, for y'all can have all the revelation that I got out of a topic. You know what I mean? I try to exhaust it. I try to come in a new light. I try to come in a new way, so I keep going and going until I feel like I've said it differently than what you heard it before. Because to beat a dead horse, you heard about slavery before. You heard about modern day slavery, most of y'all. So I'm trying to shed a new light. You know what I'm saying? But I will try to keep this abrupt. But at the same time, man, I gotta come with a new light. So we're gonna talk about slavery, a topic that you can go on and on and on and on about slavery. So I'm not gonna talk forever, man, because I can go on and on. But I'm gonna bring some stuff, hopefully, into a new light. You know, a lot of people talking big fancy words. I'm not gonna talk in no big fancy words that you don't understand. I believe that my call is for the ghetto. My call is for the people who's in the ghetto. My call is for the downtrodden, and they need to understand. They need to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? All of them big words sometimes that people spit on YouTube, spit when they got the stage, spit on TV, radios, whatever they may spit and do their thing. It's too much. It's over people's heads. So check it out. We're gonna talk about slavery. First of all, when we talk about slavery, we got to talk about black and white. Some people say no, black and white is not a thing. It's not to be talked about. It's nothing. We made it through that. Man, you say black and white is not the topic to speak on when you talk about slavery. To me, that's bullshit. You got to talk about black and white. So first, I'm gonna talk about whites. Whites within slavery. White people within slavery. The devil plays his part in dealing with white people. The devil is trying to kill white people rapidly, to the point where I feel sorry for a lot of these white people, because pride is the biggest characteristics and the most characteristic and attribute that you can have to be close to the devil. Pride. It's an attribute of the devil. False pride, I shall say. Now, you see white people, they got a lot of false pride, and they carry these attributes of the devil because the devil is trying to kill them. And he's doing a good job effectively in the United States and throughout the world, because white people have owned the existence of the majority of the world and its power of the world, the system, for centuries and decades. So they feel like they are God. White people with false pride. So when the cops arrest them, they say, why are you arresting me? I didn't do nothing. Fuck you. I'm God. I think I'm God. I think I'm better. They think they're better than people. They think they shouldn't arrest it. But we get arrested, we deserve it. But they think they shouldn't arrest it, so they cuss the cops out. If black people would do that, we'd be knocked upside our head, rottenly kinged, and all of the things which happen so consistently in the ghetto. But they can cuss the cops out, and the cops let them go or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's that false pride. You spared a child, you spared a rod, you spoiled a child. Nothing has never happened. They have never been disciplined. They're just starting to get disciplined in the United States. Discipline meaning something happened to you for the wrong actions that you did. Now you get dealt with. You do something wrong, now you get dealt with. White people getting dealt with, the Twin Towers. White people getting dealt with. Now they're starting to see that you're going to be disciplined for your action, the Twin Towers. And when they get disciplined, they call on the minority. They want us to stick together. They want us to have a united stance with the United States. Take a united front with the United States for the United States. A united stand. They call on the minority. They call on everybody. The blacks, the Mexican, the Arabs, all of the people who are in this country, the United States. But to me, you know what I'm saying? I live in the United States. We're so humble that we say, okay, we'll join with you, because we feel bad about the situation too that's going on, because we do live here. But me, myself, I live here, but I'm an African who lives in America. I'm not an African American. I'm an African who lives in America. Therefore, we get together with them. We take a united, for our country, we take a united stance with the United States. The Boston Marathon that just happened, they calling a minority to take a united stance with the United States. But first, they were God. They had all the answers. You know what I'm saying? These doctors, doctors, lawyers, judges, they think they God. So when they get disciplined, they don't understand. We never did nothing. Why are you dissing? Why are you bombing us? We never did nothing wrong to nobody. You never did nothing. Now you getting disciplined. Now you can be stronger. Now you can, from this, you might gain some resilience and lose some pride. Gain some resilience and lose some pride. We are resilient as a people. We've been dealt with. We are not prideful. We should be humble. But some black people are not humble. They're greedy. But I'll get into that. Obama calling on a minority. If Bush wouldn't have messed up to white people in white people's eyes, they wouldn't have never been a black president. But they seen Bush mess up, so they call him a minority. And then we get the minority and still all of those white people together. That's how we got Obama. A calling on of the minority when they need us. But before that, they hate us and misuse us because they have the train of thought that they are God. These doctors who operate on people, and some of the black people, they just let them die. They don't operate to their full capacity. So they're taking lives and they're sparing lives. Who does that? Spiritually, who does that in black eyes? God. But they say because God is going to get them doctors, God is going to get them judges who play God and send a black person and let the white person go for the same exact crime. The black person is in jail for the rest of his life and the white person is let go. And how can we go to jail for all of this crack for all of these years, but you got these pedophiles in the Catholic Church getting 5 years, 6 years? They're playing God. They will be dealt with, but right now pride is killing them rapidly. So I feel like the devil has chosen white people. I think I won't get too much into it. The devil has chosen white. God probably gave him a choice. Who do you want to be like over? Who do you want to be a God and be over them and control them and rule them? White people, he said. So God said, okay, go ahead. You're in the world. The world is yours for a while until I deal with you. God is the people who you're over. White people is the people who you're God over controlling. They are controlled puppets by their master, the devil. Don't fear them. Feel sorry for them and don't be like them. Please, black people, don't be. False pride is terrible. Excuse me. Black people, greedy. Greed. Why are black people greedy? Because we never had none. Anybody who never had none, you said somebody, you starving for a week, you starving for 3 days, you starving for a month, and then you give them something, they're greedy. When they get that, they're going to go in the corner, they're going to eat that real fast because they don't know if you're going to take it back, and they don't know when they're going to get some more. They're territorial. Therefore, they're being territorial. They don't want to share. They're greedy. When you get that new car, you don't know if they're going to take it. You don't know when you're going to have another car like that again. When you get that house, you're territorial. When you get that boat, when you get that home, when you get that beach house, things that blacks never had. We never had nothing. So we're greedy. So greed is close, is a black man's downfall. Greed is bad for a black man. When we should be humble, we're greedy. Humility of black man. The humility of a black man is the fabulous ghetto. I'm broke, but I still got my swag, I still got my slang, I'm still kicking it, got that swag, got that slang. That's ghetto fame. I'm broken to the first and the third, but then the first, the third, and the 15 come around, I'm going to have cash too. That's poverty's fame. That's where I came from, the ghetto. I got love for the crackheads, the dope fiends, the drug dealers. Some of the drug dealers, some of them is not embracing poverty's fame anymore. They got greedy. They're not embracing ghetto fabulous. We're fabulous, like Jaheim said it. You know what I'm saying? Ghetto fabulous, man. That's where it's at. You got to remember where you came from. There's an Uncle Tom black person that exists from slavery and generations past, and then there's a field nigga who came from slavery's past, and now he is today, and he exists. It is not by chance that we're greedy. These are two different people, but it is not by chance that we're greedy. Willie Lynch. Black people, excuse me, I'm sorry. White people took the opportunity to pursue and make us, white people took the opportunity to pursue and keep us separated from each other as black people, separated from each other and hate each other. So today we still separate and hate. Willie Lynch took it to another level and made it a science for us. Whites perpetrated it from decades, centuries ago until today, modern day slavery. Whites perpetrated it. Willie Lynch made it a science. Now it's a science for us to hate each other. It's not by chance that we're greedy. It's not by chance that we're segregated from each other and hate each other. Look up Willie Lynch, you'll find out what I'm talking about. Willie Lynch. So, therefore, modern day slavery exists. Willie Lynch said, take the man, make him hate the woman. Take the child, make him hate the elder. Take the house nigga, make him hate the field nigga. Take the field nigga, make him hate the white nigga. And they'll always be slaves forever. And this is what we deal with. We're greedy, we're territorial, and we hate each other. So when they start talking about segregation to me, and talking about how we're segregated from ethnicities in Springfield and throughout the world, in the ghetto, they're talking about we're separated from whites. We need to be united to grow. We're separated from Spanish people. Blacks, you need to be united to grow. Blacks are separated from Mexicans. We're separated from Arabs. Segregation is the problem. First, when you talk about segregation to me, brother, talk about segregation of blacks against blacks. We are segregated against each other until we can reach out to another ethnicity, fix the problem that we have as blacks. As there are some allies who are for blacks, who understand that and admit how wrongful we've been dealt with. We've been dealt with wrongful, and some admit that they are my allies and they are my friends. They help us. Keep on helping us. But a lot of whites won't admit it. A lot of Spanish won't admit it. They say they've been through more than blacks. They use the word nigga, nigga, nigga so much. Spanish people, come on, man. We the original. We've been through the most stuff. We don't even supposed to be existing right now, but we do exist. A modern day miracle. I see the black kids playing at the park in the ghetto. I see the black men with their suits on going to work, their suits and ties. It brings joy to my heart because we are a modern miracle. Like the Underground Railroad, JFK, Kennedy. There was some help. God is a spirit. He changed people's minds and changed people's hearts. He had a lot of white people helping us. We had a lot of white, well, not a lot. We had a percentage of white people helping us. Underground Railroad, perhaps it happened like this. It probably didn't exactly happen like this, but it's just an example. Go, the white person, go, y'all run. I'm going to give y'all like a day. Y'all got a 2-day run to start off with, white people. Without the white people, we wouldn't be set free today. And God, which was leading the white people which was helping us. There you go. Kudos to the white people. You know what I'm saying? But we need more now. Share that money. Share that wealth. That classism, that power that you have through that system that you got. Share it. We need more. We don't need racial profiling. We need apartments too. We don't want to be segregated. We want to live in the suburbs too. But first, deal with us and let us heal as individuals. Therefore, it brings classism within the ghetto. I say classism within the ghetto because of these people who are greedy, who are not humble, haven't been humbled by slavery and generations of slavery. So they get that car and treat you like you ain't shit because you on a block selling drugs. Yeah, you selling drugs, but that's all you know. They put the drugs here. That's the Willie Lynch theory, which is it's not a conspiracy theory anymore to me because I'm not ignorant. I'm knowledgeable and I read up on it and I study and God give me revelation. It's the conspiracy fact. So I'm selling that crack for a reason. Don't look down on me, but then you got the ones that's greedy. He want all heads. He in the corner. He greedy. Black man, greed is going to kill the black man. Stop being greedy. God, there was reasons why you so greedy. Don't look down on the one that's selling crack and drinking the alcohol that they put here. Of course, they need to change as a whole. We need to change that to selling crack and the liquor. I don't condone that, but don't look down on me because the majority of them is the field niggas. They still got that humility. For some people, one day might look at success as the American dream, that white picket fence, that car, the 2 children, the 3 children, the American dream, that's success. But to us that live in the ghetto and come from the ghetto, survival is success to me. I have a different understanding. Survival is success. So like I said, white people, the devil slayed them during slavery because of their evil doings and their false pride. Now they think they God. They gonna get it. God is gonna get them. They're puppets. Puppets. As the devil pulls their strings, they move. They're doing God's job. I mean, the devil's job. They're puppets. In us, slavery affected blacks. We're so greedy now. We're greedy. So watch that greed, blacks. And I say to the white people, the allies that I have, I'm not saying shit to y'all white fuckers that think y'all gonna keep controlling shit. God is my soul. God is my heart. Y'all going down, it's the end. Whatever the end, a day is as 1,000 years in God. So when he say, people say it's been the end, but it ain't end yet. Trust me, it's the beginning of the ending. It's the ending. This is gonna stop. It's crazy out in this world. They gonna get it. They're not God. They're puppets used by the devil to defeat you. So not only do you have the invisible kingdom and the devil and the spirits, you have a actual person, a beings, people that are working at the devil control right around you. So you need to get into God. You need to get into study. Stop being so ignorant. Put down that liquor. Put down that crack. Stop thinking that car is what makes and breaks you. Stop thinking that home is what makes and breaks you. Stop. Put your faith, put your things in heaven where it don't rust, like love, joy, these things. That car don't make or break you. It shouldn't make you hate your brother. Okay, this is the greedy person in the corner that just got fed, who's starving. They don't make it no better for us. I understand, my brother. As soon as you mess up, they treat you like a little kid. They take your license for selling drugs. What do selling drugs got to do with license? They say a license is not, they say it's a privilege. It's not something that I have to give you. Therefore, knowing that we the less people with license and knowing that they put the drugs here for us to sell, so we sell the drugs, it's a way to hold you down and control you. So if you feel like you're greedy, you don't feel like you can hold on to that license. So you drive without a license, you get caught up in the system. Once again, modern day slavery. Jail is the most evil and biggest form of modern day slavery. Even though when you're free out in the society, so-called society, that the rebel is not a part of, we're still modern day slaves. Yo, they take welfare. If you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this right, we're taking your welfare. Social Security, don't do this right, don't do that right. If you don't do right, we're taking that. Damn, I never had nothing that y'all say is mine. What's mine that I can hold on to? The block ain't mine because I don't own a store on it. So, if blacks own a store, we start owning stores on the block. And it's ours, and it's a foundation. And it's a foundation. Hold on. And it's a foundation, a concrete foundation. This is mine. I don't owe no money on it. This will always be mine. They won't even give us that with paid for homes. In Springfield, Massachusetts, you own your house, but you still got to pay taxes on that land. How come that land ain't mine? So you never had nothing that's yours. You don't want to share that. You're greedy. It's not by chance, black people. Don't let them fool you, yo. I'm telling y'all plain and simple how it's going down. Don't let them fool you. You don't want that greed, and you don't hate your black brother. They have taught us that. Look up Willie Lynch. So, therefore, you never own nothing, so you greedy. The house. Hold up for 1 second. Let me gain my train of thought. So, I was going to get into something. Losing my train of thought. So, therefore, the house is not yours. The land is not yours. Nothing is yours. I gained my train of thought. So sorry about that. Y'all got my train of thought back. It's just like a child. They treat you like a child. First, they got to give us something that they believe is ours, that we won't keep. They got to give us something, or we got to gain something, or work for something that's ours that we know we can keep. We ain't got a payment on this car. It's mine. I can keep it. It's mine. Then I'll be more apt to let go of the segregation that I have against my black man, and to let go of the segregation that I have against my white, Mexican, Arab, because I got something that's mine. You know what I'm saying? I got mine. Now I can share myself, and I can share what is mine. Then it can become ours, but knowing that it's mine. Every man, and I say mankind, man, woman, needs something that's theirs. When you give a child a toy, if they know it's theirs, then they'll be willing to share it. Because ain't nobody going to take it. The little kid that's playing with them, Once that little kid go home, they playing with your kid's toys, that kid know, your son or your daughter know. This is mine. They not going to take it, I'll share it. But until something is mine, stop asking the question, why am I segregated? Every opportunity you have, you take what you, so you're letting me borrow this, you're letting me borrow that, borrow your block, nothing is mine, let me get something that's mine. And if you don't think I deserve it, the way I act, you have committed a monster. Maybe I don't deserve it. But I don't, listen, grace is unmerited favor from my Lord that you don't deserve. Something given to you that you don't deserve. What I mean by that, when somebody, okay, I know you messed up, but I know the life you live as a black person, it's been hard for you. Who gonna say this? Nobody said me. The life you live been hard. I'm gonna give you another chance. The law might say that you deserve your license taken, but your drug charge wasn't that bad. You got a pretty good record. You went to jail for 6 months for drugs. We're not gonna take your license. You'll be like, damn, I didn't even deserve that. This is how God deals with us. But He also deals with tough love, but they don't have the whole thing of how to deal with people. Be all things to all people. Every situation is different. So they always deal with us tough love. Throw us in jail, throw away the key. God deals and gives grace, something we don't deserve. If they would say that, you'll be so happy. I didn't even deserve that. Guess what they did? Now when you get that license, you're going to hold on to it because you feel like they're not going to yank it away from you every chance they get. So that's slavery. I'm not going to go into keep going on and on and on this one. I could go on for days. But that's slavery. That's the white condition. That's slavery. That's the black condition. And I'm going to just check my notes right quick to make sure I didn't forget no hardcore topics that I want y'all. But it's easy to understand, man. Look up Willie Lynch. Stop hating your black. They want us to hate each other. And they understand why we greedy and segregated, because nothing is ours. Nothing is ours. We don't own nothing. Can we own something? Once we own something, we can say we own that. Then we'll be more apt to share that. Right now, we don't got nothing to share. Y'all keep taking it away. We don't know if you're going to give it to us and take it away. And even when we do buy it and don't owe no money on it, we don't own the land. Speaking of homes. That's crazy, man. Trying to keep us modern day slaves. So we are, in effect, modern day slaves. And I hate to say it, y'all. We modern day slaves. We caught up. Read something, though. Read something. Learn something. We got to learn and we got to read, man. We can't get caught up in the system. The system ain't fair and it ain't right, and it don't seem like it's going to change. It's not prophesied that it will change, but it will change in the sector, my circle that I'm involved with. It will change. It's going to change. Prophesied that it won't change as a whole, but in my circles it'll change. Just look at these videos I'm dropping. Take it, man, and utilize it in your life, man. It's effective. I live this. I don't just spit this, I live it. Let me check these key points. I only see one thing that's a key point on there that I wanted to drop. I wanted to make sure y'all understand that we should embrace diversity instead of seeing diversity as seeing bad or good or wrong or right. Diversity, for some of y'all don't know, is differences. Diversity is just a fancier word for differences. We should embrace differences because no one is perfect. Where I am weak, thou art strong. Lean on my brother. Lean, come on. Now, we should embrace diversity. A wise person would. But instead, we look at diversity because of a lot of it, the conspiracy factor, Willie Lynch taught us to look at diversity as being something bad and wrong. If I'm dark-skinned, you light-skinned, I should be like, yo, that's dope. You different than me. How can you help me? 2 heads is better than 1. Let's build. You tall. I'm short. I'm going to take them down low. Break them down. You break them up high. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? You're a woman. My queen. I'm a man. I have logic. I deal with knowledge, logic. I'm a realist. My girl, you're a dreamer. You don't deal with logic. You deal with emotions. I don't see this as a problem. I see this as I embrace this. I embrace you. We have taught to be different instead of embracing diversities that our brothers have. We all need to stick together and embrace diversity. It's a beautiful thing. Embrace my brother. that got the cool walk. My walk might be think I'm the coolest walk down the street. But then I got this brother, he got a different walk, you know what I'm saying? But it's still cool, that's his walk. We want to mean mug him and stare him down, and because of the self-love, wrongful self-love that we have for ourselves, we think that we're better than others. That's why I say classism within, it's classism as a whole, then it's classism within the ghetto. That's the ghetto, that's the greedy people. That's the people that hate his own brother. He puts himself on a pedestal above others. That should not be. Embrace the diversity, man. We all different, man. You know what I'm saying? We all different, man, but we should love each other. We gotta love each other. Mexicans do it. Arabs do it. It's just what we've been through, yo. And I just explained how we've been broken down, what we've been through, man. Everybody love other of their own race, man. We the only ones. Spanish people love each other, and we don't love each other. But it's not. They not gonna deal with us correctly, because that's another. They know how powerful we can be if we join and unite. So they ain't gonna give it to us. They not gonna give us that license and say, "Oh, your record is good. We're not gonna take your license." They're not gonna take them taxes after that home once it's paid for. If we it can on a higher scale. If we get some black people up there that's making the laws, we got a black president. Come on, Obama, let's get it on. It can. I shouldn't say they not. I shouldn't say they can't. I didn't even think I was gonna see a black president in my time, but I've seen him. I shouldn't have said that. It's not gonna happen. It could happen, but in the meanwhile, while we waiting for that, get your heart right, get your mind right. It starts at the home, in your house. Embrace diversity and love your queen. Love the black woman, the queen. Love your child. Teach him correctly. He's the youth. He is the future. Then the community, and then the world. And then the community, then the world. I claim to be an activist. I claim to be a prophet. I claim to be decisive. I claim to be all of that. First, it starts at home. Then it starts in your neighborhood. And then it gets contagious. And then it goes out into the world. Then your voice can be heard. Then changes. Last point. People are so hooked on, they teach black people it's a good thing to learn the law. When you get in trouble a couple times, you go to jail a couple times, you know black people want to learn that law. There's so many jail lawyers learn that law, but they can't get you. It's a great thing to learn the law. But I'm up here, I'm going to tell you this. So many laws is crooked, you can learn them. I'm trying to overthrow these laws. You know what I'm saying? Let's overthrow them, man. Learn them. And I'm learning little by little. I got to learn it, but also have enough strength and belief in God, in us as a people, to overthrow the crooked law. Why I want to learn a crooked law? It'll get me out of trouble, but the next person, it ain't going to get him out of trouble because it's wrong. There's so many laws that's not right. The Constitution is pretty good. It's a nice bill. The Bill of Rights is beautiful. They do not follow. We got to make them follow that through the grace of God, through prayer and fasting. They got to follow their own laws. They don't do it. Bill of Rights Council. They don't follow that land of the free. It ain't free. Let them know. Yo, I'm going to say a little poem for y'all before I go out. Keough Collins, KeoughCollins, LULU.com, Keough Collins. My book, My Surrender Is Now. Poem is called Slavery. Through all of my hard working days, pains, and all that I gave, there is no sign of surrender as they call me a slave, who has been labeled a nigger in bondage for all of my days, yet free in my hopes and alive in my dreams, but still dead on the inside, crafted by wickedness and created by schemes. Still I share love and I'm gifted, it seems. My brother's my enemy through black on black crime, and melancholy's my outlook as it darkens my mind. So it's not just my tone which is recognized as black. My ignorance has been grafted in, and I'm living with that. The system is against me, and it's unlawful to read, but my humility is something that you wouldn't believe. So to talk against God is a slave who's deceived, for he has conquered the grave, and who is never bereaved. There was a slave in a house and a slave in a field, and an Uncle Tom slave who is a slave yet and still. There are whites who divide and who divvy the spoil, as the light skin reject all of the black men who are darker than oil. The woman has lost faith in most of these men because to believe them it causes a lynching again. But still we praise God, and lynching is sin, as they send us to heaven. broken, destroyed, and all crippled within. As the years creep by, now it becomes illegal to keep me a slave, but going to jail for their crack is like modern day slavery, too real to be a game, and too much time to be seriously considered a phase. So the black man, the slave, is enslaved once again for over 500 years and a million of days. So yes, black man, cry tears, for I am a slave through all the rapes and the murders. Yes, grandma, cry tears, for I am still a slave this year. Slavery. United we stand, and divided we fall. Thank you for tuning in. I love y'all, man. Amen. Peace.